Hi everybody, my name is Heather. I am a full-time reseller. If you are new here, I have an eBay store, I have an auction company, and I work for another auction company as their auctioneer. Every other Monday morning we have a live auction. And in order to get items for all of these platforms that I sell on, I need to go out sourcing sometimes. And it's my mental health days. That's what I call it, because yard selling is so much fun. Part of getting these items is going to yard sales and thrift stores. Sometimes it's private picks, meaning I get to go to people's houses or businesses and pick and buy items before they have a big sale or liquidate to the public. And I'm going to show you what I got over the course of a Saturday and a Sunday. I spent a total of $120.50. Let's look at the stuff that I got and where I'm going to sell it. First, I stopped at a yard sale. I had a bunch of belt buckles on the table. I love selling belt buckles. She wanted $5 firm. I only took this one right here. It is the Great American Buckle Company in Chicago. There's usually a serial number on the back, as you can see right there. It is listed on eBay currently. I'll put the listing right here. Then she also had, so I knew I was paying $5 for that because her sign said $5 firm. Then I went, and on another table she had this belt right here. As you can see, it's a leather belt. I love selling belts. They're easy to ship. Usually you can get pretty good money for them. This one is a Tony Llama belt. It is showing you, I'll show you right there where it's made. It's in excellent condition. There's no splits in the holes, nothing. She wanted 50 cents for this belt when I asked her how much she wanted. I thought for sure she'd want 5. Nope, she wanted 50 cents. So I paid $5.50 for these two items. I'll show you, this one is currently listed, the belt, on eBay. I started at over 100 when I started it. Every day I knock it down just a little bit, and hopefully it's going to sell soon. I have sent a couple offers out on it already, but no one has accepted those offers. Then I go to another yard sale. It was like a $5 day at this one. It was an older gentleman. And I saw the mossy oak knife. These are great for a live auction. So that's going to go being sold tomorrow morning. I paid $5 for this. I ended up giving him $20. I got 4 items. He had 3 totes of these Legos. And I said, how much for the Legos by your feet? And he said $10. And I didn't respond. I didn't say anything because I was going to pay the $10. There was nobody else at the yard sale, so I wasn't worried about it. But he's like, yeah, $5 for the Legos. After I said, okay, so $5 for the knife and 10 for the Legos. Yeah, 5 for the Legos. Okay, that's fine with me. Those will go through live auction tomorrow. I really have been struggling with whether or not to put those on eBay because you can sell them in bags by pounds. But I'm just to get rid of stuff faster so I can open up more room in here again, I'm just going to send most of this through auction tomorrow morning, which will be great. This caught my eye. This is a kerosene jug. It's patented 1917, 1919 on it right here. These are great for on tables at live auctions. It's a good eye-catching item. I like it. It's old, industrial feel. $5 for that, clearly. And then he had all these mushrooms in a box. They're little stone mushrooms. Look at them. How cute are they? This is the small ones, and then these are the big ones. This is my carved box that I put them in, by the way, that I already had. There's one frog right here. He wanted $10 for all of them. I said, how about we make it, at this point we were at 15 because of the kerosene jug, the Legos, and the mossy oak knife. I said, let's make it an even 20 if you'll throw those mushrooms in there. And he said, fine, that's fine. I broke them up. Small ones will be sold just like this on this little tray, and then the bigger ones will be sold just like this. I never look at kerosene lanterns. They are a dime a dozen at every yard sale and thrift store, and at auction they don't do that well unless they are colored glass or there's something really unique about them. But these ones caught my eye, and they were in the middle of the table. She didn't have anything really marked, so I had to ask her how much she wanted for them. But look at these oil lanterns. There's 2 of them and they match. They're called gimbal oil lanterns. And the cool thing about them is they move. They're popular on ships. They can sit like this, or they can be mounted to the wall and hang like this. That's what's so cool about them. So I asked her, I said, how much do you want? She said $5 each. So I bought them both, obviously, for $10. And I'm hoping, I can't decide if I'm going to sell them as a set tomorrow or if I'm going to sell them individually. I'll make that decision tomorrow morning. $10 total into the oil lanterns. Hopefully those sell for a lot more than 10. I'm really hoping. We have a few lighting guys that show up, so let's hope that happens. They had this Crosley wall phone. It is a remake or reproduction, as we call it in the business. It's modern, but they only have $5 on it, and it's a great item to put on a table at a live auction. And then they had a bunch of clothing on a tarp, so I spent $10 total, $5 on the phone. I grabbed 3 pieces. This fleece right here I'm gonna wear this. I got that for me. I got this really pretty light sweater, but I didn't realize till I got home it has a massive stain on the front, which sucks because that was going to be for me. And then I also got wintry skirt. That'll be cute for the fall. Maybe I'll wear it when I auctioneer one day. I got these two items. This is a Beach Sissy. It's new with tags, little sundress, already listed in the eBay store. Anytime I see this brand, I grab it. It's a mall brand, but it's a mall brand I've never been able to afford. I don't even go in the store. White House Black Market. So whenever I see that, I always grab it. It's usually a really long tag like that. This is like a mesh cardigan duster with the tie. It's in excellent condition. I've already got it listed on eBay. I'll put that listing right there. So out of 5 pieces of clothing, 3 were for me, 2 were for resale, $5 total. I went to a yard sale and there was everything at the yard sale looked like it had auction stickers on it. So I was like, these people obviously go to auction. There was a mixed box lot and it just had a bunch of random things in it and some clear glass and whatever. She wanted $10 for the box. Did add a little, I forgot to get it. It's a little kitty piggy bank. It's in the other room. It's already on eBay. I'll show it right here. She did have that in another box and I took it out and I added it to this box and I said, can we put the kitty in here? And then obviously, and I'll pay the $10. But it's all like advertising pieces that are older. There's a Singer sewing machine piece right here in the box. This is cool, dated 1887. Eastman Kodak lens for camera. This is a brass air pump for a gas lantern. And then there's this is old advertising for Waterville, Maine. There's just some cool ad pieces in here. So what I did was I put it all on a tray and created a tray lot. And when I'm out at the yard sale, these are really cool knitting needles. When I'm out of the yard sale, that's what I'm looking at and I'm thinking, okay, this is gonna go into a tray lot and I'm gonna sell this with all these cool ad pieces and hopefully I get more than $10 back because that's what I spent on it. And then I think that was every yard sale except for the last one that I went to, which I spent $60 at this one. The reason I can't really break the prices down on these items is because in that situation I start making a pile and then we kind of just work on a price and she'll like, okay, we'll add this and we'll add this to this pile and this will be 20. That's why I can't really give you individual prices. But all of the license plates she had on a table. This is my cardboard flat. This is how I represent it at auction. Lobster plates are gone and chickpea plates are gone. So I don't know why people buy them, but they do. So when I see them and they're a good deal, I grab them and I sell them at live auction. Those will be sold tomorrow morning. Then she had a pile of old pictures and paper. Buyers, the collectors call it ephemera, old paper. That's collectible. There's old letters in here. There's photos. These photos are so cool, guys. This one is the coolest one. It's all Maine stuff, too. This one is awesome. Look at it. You see the dead deer from the train? You want old black and white hunting, fishing, anything outdoors. Anything that shows maybe firearms in it. I don't see any firearms in this one. The sign behind them at the train station says Western Union Telegraph. How cool is that? I can't even handle it. It's dated on the back. It says 1912. I don't know if that's accurate. There's like another one here that says 1898 grammar school. But I grab these and then I create one flat. So this will be sold as one flat tomorrow at live auction. The paper buyers love that stuff. She had a table with a bunch of toys and different matchboxes and stuff bagged up. As you can see, she had $2 on this bag and she had $3 on this. I haven't even taken them out of the bags yet, and I literally have to sell them tomorrow. I haven't even gone through them and looked at them. I don't know what they're dated. There's probably no red lines in here. I'm going to throw these all on a flat, and they're going to be sold just like that. Then she had on a table an Estwing #1 hatchet. Hatchet or an axe, I'm going to grab it because there's guys that at auction that buy them. So that's going in tomorrow morning's live auction. Grab this, threw it in the pile because I was already making such a big pile. It's just a cool piece. It's a wooden pig cut out. That'll go tomorrow live auction. Maybe it'll bring a couple bucks. Who knows? Pack basket. It's a small one. No maker on it. Not signed by anybody. Usually this is a child one or maybe a female's pack basket. At Maine auctions, they love usually pack baskets, so that's good. Cast iron tea kettle. You can put the loose leaf in it. It's got the strainer already in it right there. And the only reason I grabbed this is because the last time I had a cast tea kettle, it did stupid money. And I was like, what? I sell vintage clothing on my eBay store, so I grabbed this purse. It's in excellent condition. It's no maker in it, but it's because of the condition of it, and it was so clean, I said, I'm grabbing that. So I have that. And then she had a bunch of hats, vintage hats. This one I'm absolutely in love with. This one's actually not vintage, but it's got the vintage feel to it. And it's a hot pink color. This one's probably going to go into my collection. But yeah, that's really cute. And then this one's already listed in the eBay store. This is a Ascot 100% wool Outback Trading Company. I already have that listed. I'll put the listing right here. This is a Stife Rabbit in the bag. What she have on it, $4. There is no Stife tag on it. So whoever had it took the tags off. But I've dealt with enough Stifes that I know what they look like. And this one looks pretty damn genuine. So that's going to go in live auction tomorrow. She had 16 bags of jewelry. I think they're all pretty much priced $3 a piece. 16 bags of it, right? All on a table. Plus this. The bags are in it right now, but plus this jewelry box, which didn't have a ton in it. Just a few pieces of jewelry in the box. I said, how much for all the jewelry plus the box? I did the math. It would have come out to like $50 something. She ended up charging me $25 if I took it all. Yes, put it in my pile. I grabbed this bag that she had. What she had on it for a price? $4. All the Barbies. It's filled with Barbies and clothing. Last time I bought a deal like this, it was the old Barbie case filled with Barbies and all the clothes. I pieced it all out. I sold the case on eBay by itself. I sold the Barbies at auction in a tote, and then I sold all the clothing. I even broke the clothing up and I sold only the accessories by themselves, and then I sold the clothing by itself all on eBay. So I've been struggling all week thinking, what do? I need to figure out what I want to do with this. Probably my best option would be going on eBay and piecing it out, but to be honest with you, I kind of want to get rid of all this stuff, so I'll probably put it through auction tomorrow morning. The best things that I bought from her, the best thing, I bought 2 last things, so that was $60 for everything else that I just showed you. She had a bunch of clothing hanging. I grabbed this Woolrich jacket, plaid jacket. It's already listed in my eBay store. I'll put the listing up and show you that. But then the last thing, and I've been looking for one of these in the wild. I said, I'm gonna find one eventually, and I did it because I love selling them. It's a gunny sack dress. It is a vintage gunny sack. It is in amazing condition. This is the tag I'm going to show you. That's what you're looking for right there. I almost died. Well, I love the dress. I didn't even know it was a gunny sack. It was just hanging up, and I looked at it and I saw the tag and my heart like stopped. I have this currently listed in my eBay store for $440. It immediately had like 10 watchers. They have almost like a cult following. They're like prairie, cottagecore. Women have been going crazy over them for the last few years. And so I love to sell them. I've sold 2 others in the past for, I think, one for $300 and one for like $150. If this dress sells for even $120 and 50 cents, it covers everything that I bought in 2 days yard selling for reselling. And then everything else is just profit. Hitting a few yard sales, this is what I got last weekend. Most of it's going through live auction tomorrow, just so that I can get it out of here and get space back in my apartment. But I'm pretty excited about that dress. That was like the ultimate. It was the last sale I hit in the weekend, and there it was. And so I was super stoked, and she charged me $60 for everything. Hope I make my money back, at least. I know I will, just based on the stuff that's on eBay. I will definitely make my $120 back, but this is how I do it. This isn't always how I do it. Sometimes I go to a house and I buy the contents of a house out, or I buy out the contents of, a shop or a collection of something. That comes with networking and with putting yourself out there. And I'm not afraid and I'm not ashamed to tell people at yard sales what I do for a living. And a lot of resellers don't do that. This woman asked me, she goes, do you have a shop? When she would help me carry the stuff to my car, she's like, do you have a shop? And I said, I have an eBay store. I said, I'm an auctioneer. I host auctions. Like, I have no problem telling people what I do, because you know what that does? It opens doors for me. So I can stand there and go, do you have any costume jewelry? Do you have, you know, any fishing gear? Do you have any of this? Do you have it? Oh, yeah. Oh, we've got all kinds of that inside. Or we've got this, or we've got that. Oh, I'm going to be going through that next week. I'll call you. Oh, here's my card. Call me first and I will come. So I have no problem telling people what I do. So what I'm going to do with the jewelry, I don't even think I told you guys. I'm going to take this jewelry box and I'm just going to dump the bags. I'm going to go through it real quick and see if there's anything of separating that's of value that I can separate and one off it in my eBay store. But I'm just going to dump it in here. And then there's so much jewelry that I'll dump more into another jewelry box, empty jewelry box that I have. That's why I'm always buying empty jewelry boxes. I come across buyouts of costume jewelry. I need something to present them in at live auction. That's why I do that. And then tomorrow, so this jewelry box will be sold with probably most of that jewelry that I bought for $25. So yeah, there it is. That's what I do to see how much all of this sells for. If I make more than $120 tomorrow, then I've made my money back. Everything that's on eBay is profit at that point. So yeah, follow my journey. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I appreciate all the support. Comment if you want. Keep it respectful, please. I'll be posting more videos. I wish I had videoed myself yard sailing all summer. I didn't. I've got to get better at that. I'm also got a bunch of auctions coming up. I'm going to try to start videoing portions of those so that people can get an idea of what it's like. I'm also the auctioneer for a gala event this fall, October 24th, at a local college. So I'm really excited about that. Anyway, thanks guys. Have a great week and watch for the next video that's going to be coming out because it'll be the totals of how much I made off everything out of here that I ran through live auction tomorrow. Thanks guys. Bye. I forgot about the last two items that were still in the car from a yard sale. This gold mirror, I paid $4, and this poster of the tattooed gentleman, I paid $1. They both went to live auction.